This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Good evening. It is Monday, 10th March, 2025. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna, thank you so much for joining us. Friday, March 7th marked a significant moment for banana farmers across Saint Lucia. A check-giving ceremony was held to provide financial relief to farmers who suffered losses due to black sigatoka and delays in receiving crucial spray oil to prevent the spread of the disease.
It was a sigh of relief for banana farmers who have been grappling with the devastating effects of black sigatoka, a fungal disease that continues to threaten the banana industry. The government's intervention through financial support and agricultural inputs signals a commitment to the resilience of the farming community. At Friday's ceremony, farmers received partial relief toward their total losses to help revitalize their crops and sustain their livelihoods. This initiative comes following recommendations by MP for Dennery North, Sean Edward, which informed Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre's decision to provide free spray oil and partial financial relief to assist farmers in rebuilding their farms. Minister for Agriculture, Alfred Prosper, highlighted the government's ongoing commitment to the agricultural sector, noting that efforts are being made to ensure timely access to resources that will mitigate future losses. He also encouraged farmers to remain steadfast in their agricultural efforts and assured them of continued governmental support, including research into sustainable disease prevention measures.
Today, we are here to present checks to banana farmers. I understand that you, the banana farmers, you suffered an inconvenience that affected you tremendously at your homes, in your communities, and as a result, you were not comfortable. And so I added my voice to the debate. And I said to the Honorable Prosper, I said to the Prime Minister, I said to Octavian Charles and the other interests in the banana industry that we have to ask the Prime Minister to find a way to compensate the banana farmer. Most of you have no insurance.
Gouvernement Sala, Gouvernement Saint Lucia Labour Party, led by the Honorable Philip J. Pierre, is a government that cares about every one of you. And this is why today we are here to make the check presentation to you. $1 million more that was spent under the World Bank project was stay 66,000 gallons of oil that will be given free to you. So I want to thank you for being there, and I look forward to working with you as my ministry, as part of this government, which is about farmers, that is about people, and we are going to say, I want to say a big thank you for your patience and understanding, and I hope you will make good use of the contribution that will be made towards the development of your farm.
Addressing the farmers in attendance, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre acknowledged the challenges they have faced and emphasized that while the support provided may not fully make up for their losses, it serves as a foundation for recovery. Pierre also alluded to coming additional support towards sustainability and identification of viable markets for farmers, which he says will be more fully revealed at the upcoming budget address.
We are going to put a program in place so we can use some, and the minister will tell you more about it, we can give our children to have the nutrition of the banana plant and the banana crop. And all of you will benefit from that because the government will buy some bananas from you.
A grateful banana farmer in attendance at the ceremony expressed gratitude for the support.
On the behalf of the farmers, the growers, banana farmers, we would like to thank the Prime Minister and his cabinet colleague for having us in mind and to give us this check of appreciation to the work that we have lost. But we will not receive everything what we were expecting, but let's put it to good use. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
As St. Lucia's banana industry navigates these challenges, the government's intervention is a step towards securing its future. The ceremony underscored the government's recognition of the agricultural sector as a cornerstone of national development, reinforcing the importance of sustained investment in farming resilience. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Stivana Francis.
A general sentiment shared by members of the Labour Party during their recent public meeting and by the Deputy Prime Minister is that leader of the opposition, Alan Shasney, is an enemy of progress. The basis of their argument being that Shasney has made a series of decisions that aren't in the best interest of citizens.
I am convinced in my mind that Alan Shasney is an enemy of progress in this country. I have no doubts about that in my mind.
As the campaigning hits up, the actions of the leader of the opposition, Alan Shasney, are being dubbed anti-progressive. This sentiment was shared by Labour Party members during their public meeting in Ancillary on Sunday.
But let me say this to you tonight, my brothers and sisters. Any young man, any young woman who, my brothers and sisters, join forces with Alan Shasney, any young man or woman who joins forces with Alan Shasney, you are an enemy of progress in this country.
Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire openly questioned the strong ties between the opposition leader and his deputy leader, alleging that the state will be in trouble should these individuals regain power.
Now, what is the alliance between Alan Shasney and Guy Joseph that one cannot do without the other? Madisa. Shasney toujours ka sou mwen. Madisa. So here it is. I want you to listen to that. I want you to just reflect on what I'm about to say. If for some reason, if somehow, Alan Shasney becomes Prime Minister again, guess who is his deputy? Guy Joseph. When Philippe J.Pierre leaves Saint Lucia and he goes overseas, he have a pool of men and women he can choose to be acting Prime Minister. Imagine Alan Shasney travel and he make Guy Joseph acting Prime Minister. Imagine that. Imagine Alan Shasney leaving and he making Guy Joseph in charge of the country, in charge of the treasury, in charge of the police. One thing, if that ever happened, Philippe J.Pierre will have to go and hide.
On that note, Hilaire called on citizens to pay attention to what is happening in the political arena and critically assess the caliber of individuals that will govern the nation's affairs.
It's a serious point, because when men are putting themselves forward to be considered as leaders of this country, you, the people, must sit back, think, and reflect on what they have said and what they have done in the past. The point is, would you ever approve of Guy Joseph? Ever? But that's what Guy Joseph and Alan Shasney, they planning. That's what they're planning.
Hilaire, who has had first-hand experience with some of these alleged poor actions on the part of the opposition leader, says the impact is far-reaching.
I can never forget the actions that it relates to. One, the Martinez matter, which was a total farce and fraud. And even now, the court case to stop the CIP and the effect that can have on the country. And the fact is, I can say to you as minister, we get so many calls from overseas, people expressing concern about the CIP, about the country, whatnot. I mean, there is a very clear understanding that if you act in a particular manner, you will destroy the reputation of Saint Lucia.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
The public has expressed utter disgust at two locals carelessly opening food lunches at a supermarket. The video posted by the individuals was seemingly meant to jokingly point out their dissatisfaction with the amount of meat in the meal, but instead received major backlash.
A video currently in circulation of food tampering at a local supermarket has left consumers seriously concerned about hygiene and food safety. In a viral TikTok video, two males recorded themselves opening cooked meals found in the deli after posting another older video showing that a meal bought contained bones rather than meat, in what seemed to be an attempt to ensure that this time around they were able to get a meal to their satisfaction. One of the males opened a number of containers before selecting one he deemed worth it. The actions of both individuals have sparked public outrage, calling into question the health and safety of consumers who subsequently purchased the tampered containers. The fact that this incident was recorded now begs the question of how many others have done it and gone unnoticed. According to many who express a deep concern, the ease of opening the containers creates an avenue for individuals to purposely contaminate meals, putting the company and consumers in considerable danger. No official statements have been released by the company in relation to this incident. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
Crime Prevention Minister Jeremiah Norbert has dismissed claims of having any involvement in the transferring of an officer who recently participated in a United Workers' Party public meeting.
In a Facebook post, the opposition United Workers' Party had accused the government of victimizing police officers, referring to the removal of the leader of the opposition's close protection officer, rejecting ongoing salary negotiation proposals submitted by the police union, and of late, what they deemed to be the latest act of political persecution against a well-known Calypsonian, Kakal, for performing at a UWP national public meeting. According to the post, Kakal never endorsed the UWP, never wore the color yellow, but had simply exercised his right to perform, yet is now facing the wrath of an administration that thrives on fear and intimidation. At a public meeting in Ancillary on Sunday, Minister for Crime Prevention Jeremiah Norbert denied any involvement in police transfers, as the allegations label him as the one responsible for making such a call.
You fais un whole go post. Oh, Jeremiah, t'es fâché. Il prend un phone, il crie commissioner, et the commissioner transfer moun. I, Honorable Jeremiah Norbert, have never and will never, not because you were giving certain directives when you were in office, to believe that all of us are the same. We're not like that. I have never, and I will never call no commissioner to give no directive. The commissioner is his own man. Prime Minister has said it repeatedly, and he makes no bones about it, that the police force is an independent organization, and we're not going to have any sort of political interference with the daily runnings of the police force.
Word of Norbert's dismissal of such claims traveled quickly, as during a United Workers' Party meeting being held in Miku on the same day, leader of the opposition Alan Chasney openly said he did not accept what Norbert had to say, further accusing him of deception.
So imagine, when I spoke to the police commissioner, and he said to me, I asked him, why was Talium moved? He said, for medical reasons. I said, sir, Richard Frederick 4 days ago said that Talium had to be moved, and Jan Gustav had to be moved. Are you telling me that it was coincidence? And then today, you want to hear Jeremiah, who still cannot answer us why he did not help somebody in his constituency who had lost both his legs. That's the issue. But Jeremiah today wants to tell us that he had nothing to do with Kakal being moved. So all of us in Saint Lucia are supposed to believe that Kakal sang on a United Workers' Party platform, and 2 days later, coincidentally, he was transferred? Papi show. Nonsense. Those days of us believing those kind of half-lies must be gone.
According to Norbert, the only business the present administration has with the police force is ensuring that the organization is adequately manned and equipped to fight crime and maintain national security.
Police force. What we do for the police, you know where we interfere? We give them bulletproof vests for every policeman in Saint Lucia. That's where we interfere. You know where we interfere? We give them 13% across trienniums like everybody else. That's where we interfere. You know where we interfere? We've given them the most vehicles that any government in Saint Lucia have given them. You know where we interfere? We reinstate the training vote.
for the policemen in Saint Lucia. You know where we interfere? We come and we ensure that the policemen are going to have a state-of-the-art Northern Division at Northern Headquarters. That is how we interfere. We interfere by providing to the men and women in the Royal Saint Lucia Police Force. We provide for them. We ensure even the Viewfort Police Station, a minor problem, they allow it to go on, cost us millions of dollars. We interfere by ensuring that we fix the problems that they left for us. We don't come and complain or cry.
The opposition argues that if the government can openly victimize the very people who protect the public, then no one is safe. By their account, this is not just about politics, it is about justice, fairness, and the rule of law. As of now, it is unknown which department the officer was transferred to, and only the police commissioner can prove why he was transferred. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
Still in the first segment of the broadcast, the POV. Today you shared your honest opinion on the quality of new police officers, and do you believe citizens are respecting the profession? Here is your point of view.
I believe that the selection process for the Royal Saint Lucia Police Force is a very strict selection, and they're doing a good job in selecting some young police officers to, refresh the force. As for the profession, as of it being respected, well, if you look at it through different lenses, you'll get different perspectives. But my perspective, it is a respectable profession. It is a risky job being a police officer. A lot of the young people believe that, they could just, disrespect police officers or not hold them, in the standard that they are. As of, there are some police officers that do not respect themselves and they do not respect the badge that they carry. But as for those who come out every day and do their part and ensure that they're keeping us safe, we have to have a lot of respect for those guys, because they're putting themselves on the front line. They're doing a very good job, those that are working hard. Yes, so I believe it is a profession that is respected by majority of the adults in Saint Lucia. As for the young people, it can be a bit tricky when it comes to if they respect the police officers or not. But the selection process for the young police officers that are coming up, it's a very, very good selection process, I can say.
The method of recruiting policemen nowadays are not as it used to be before. I figure they should really go into their schooling, whatever they do, where they live and the things they go around, They should really screen them before, And nowadays, some people, they don't respect some policemen. Because they themselves, what happened, whatever you tell them, they leak it out. So people has no confidence in them. So that is why, people don't really respect them. And I feel they should do better than that. If the government has entrusted you to become a police officer, you should trust yourself and give him the best of service. Thank you.
En Shailea, tu connais ces polices-là. C'est pas because of education you need. Et que nous devons garder ces polices-là pour messieurs aussi. Because en pile là, nous ni éducation ni qualification, mais yo pas ni mess. Expérimenté là où sont grand madame et grand monsieur de là où quoi drive avec laisser moun ça attaquer ou yo pas venir profession pour dire yo ka dire qui moun yo excusez-moi yo ska dire qui ça moi ou pas savoir qui moun moi c'est tel moun et c'est tel moun c'est grand citoyen. C'est grand citoyen qui a fait une contribution pour le pays. Avec des gens qui ont maltraité avec qui passent à une pièce apologie. C'est pas bon la partie de l'année. L'année, c'est bon police. Mais en compagnie, à quoi because moi, c'est en police, en chaya de yo, pas qu'à venir avec messe. Ça n'a dit yo, là, yo qu'à venir au Timoun, c'est pour venir avec un petit bon messe. Madi yo tout, mais ça dans yo pas qu'à venir avec messe. Yo pas qu'à faire travail yo pour faire.
Look out for our reporters or head over to our Facebook and Instagram pages at Caribbean Hot 7 TV to share your point of view on trending topics in the news. Coming up next, WASCO responds to concerns of low water supply in the north and its CEO's alleged vacation during this time. And the Saint Lucia Fire Service has received the green light on a sub-fire station in As-Lavedi. All that and so much more coming up when we return.